Hey guys, Justin again. As always, thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Today we're going to go into Harbor Freight. We're going to be talking today about Hercules, Bauer, Earthquake. Who's better? Which one do you go with? What's your experience? I'll talk a little bit about what it is that I've seen and some of the things that I noticed on the display.
All right, so I've been asked the question a lot, hey man, what's a good affordable cordless lineup that I can afford without breaking the bank, either with Milwaukee, Snap-on, Matco, or even some of the other competitors out there? Like, what's a good brand to go to? Though I don't have a lot of experience with Bauer, Hercules, or the Earthquake lineup, I will tell you that the figures, the torque specs that they have on the cards on display, the way that the tools feel, how rugged they feel, the nice rubber grips, the way that the lithium battery looks like it's got a charge indicator where you can tell how many cells are left in that battery before you charge it. Look, overall, they look rugged, they look duty. We're going to be asking a couple of other YouTubers and try to incorporate it in this video if they've had any experience with either Bauer, Hercules, or the Earthquake lineup and what their overall take is. I've always told people on my channel, get the best tool that you can afford at the time that you can afford it, and then you can always step it up later. So that's not saying that they're any worse or any better than some of the other competitors out there. Let's face it, there's a lot of added benefits when you end up buying some of those higher end tools. But this is by far not a bad option or a bad way to go. If I had to do it all over again and I needed a cordless tool lineup and the Bauer or Hercules lineup was at the notch or the level that they are now, I would most definitely consider getting them. Look at this 3/8 impact right here. It looks pretty duty. Now, the Bauer is the cheaper option. Hercules, you're looking at about a $30 price increase on that. They've also got their version of a tire filler and a little vacuum shop vac kind of deal. They got grinders and sanders, and Bauer looks to me a lot like they're really trying to follow suit with the Milwaukee lineup. Now, the Earthquake XT stuff, man, this stuff looks phenomenal. Beefy as hell, duty as hell, high torque, high breakaway. I even love the 3/8 ratchet that they had. This thing had a lot of leverage, so if you wanted to crack something loose and run it out, it looks like it'll be a phenomenal tool. Batteries look pretty comparable to the ones on Milwaukee. The tool itself kind of looks like that of the Milwaukee. I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying it's pretty comparable if we're comparing apples to apples or apples to oranges. Hercules also coming out with some really good and strong innovative products. Looking at some of their new gen, Denatools was talking about this. I'll try to throw a card up here in the corner and I'll put his channel link down in the description for you guys to check out the Denatools. But look, it also has a battery indicator, nice rubber handles, feels pretty rugged and duty. I bet I could drop this a half a dozen to a dozen times and never have any issues with it. Plus, you cannot beat the price of their batteries. Batteries can cost you a lot of money, especially when you're going for the lithium ion. But this is 20 volts of amazingness right here. I did get a chance to watch Client Graphics' video about the wrench organization and the socket organizer trays that they had over at Harbor Freight, the magnetic organizers. They looked pretty nice, man. I'm not gonna lie. The lock and roll magnetic system does look pretty nice. I already have enough organizers at this point, but I had to take a look for myself and they did not disappoint. They offer a lot of different styles between what you would hold screwdrivers with, what you would hold sockets with, what you would put your pliers and whatnot in. These trays that you see here, these cost almost $100 on the truck. You could pick them up for about $30 at Harbor Freight. Not a bad way to go. I'm sure you've seen some of these other organization features on the tool truck as well, coming in at much higher prices than Harbor Freight has. And look, they did not disappoint. They said they were going to offer the glove, the rattle can, and the wrench organizer with the screwdrivers that drop in every color that would match the tool carts and tool boxes. They have not disappointed. Harbor Freight did come through on that. They have it in black, red, orange, yellow, green, blue. So if you're wanting some of these accessories for your toolbox, whether it's the little organization tray with your little wrenches and sockets and screwdrivers, or you want the glove holder, they have it. Go down, check them out.
Alright, so that was an adventure. They're coming out with all different types of stuff. You guys asked for it. They started providing it. More new stuff to come. Let's get back to the house and we'll talk about it.
Hey there, my name's Jesse from Gearheads, and I was on the phone with Justin the other day. he was asking me about, you know, some of the newer Harbor Freight electronic tools that mechanics would use. And he brought up the Bauer, Hercules, and the Earthquake stuff. And I told him I don't actually have any experience with the Bauer or the Hercules stuff. I have seen them coming onto the shelves. And I have seen over the last several years Harbor Freight coming out with the newer stuff. And it does look a lot nicer. So good to them for trying to improve and up in their game, but I can't really talk about them because I haven't used them. As far as the Earthquake stuff goes, though, I have used those impacts before. I don't own them, though. I have used them. So what I personally own is the Milwaukee, so that's kind of be, like, in my head is what I would put it against. But my first impressions from those tools, they're very good tools, actually. You know, at least to use. They feel decent in the hand. They make a decent amount of power. Make a little bit less than the Milwaukee ones do, but still a decent amount of power to get most jobs done. And, you know, I think considering what you're paying for it, you know, it's for the half-inch Earthquake, I think it's somewhere around $250, maybe closer to $300. Don't quote me because, like I said, I don't have it memorized exactly what the price is. But either way, you know, it's a pretty fair price for a very powerful half-inch impact gun that's mobile. You can take it anywhere with you. You know, you can throw it in your car and go to your buddy's house and use it if they don't have an air compressor or whatever. So, you know, the bonuses of having, you know, battery-powered electric tools are awesome, and this is an affordable way to get into that. I will say, I think, like I said, they're a little less powerful than the Milwaukee ones, but I can't say exactly how much. I didn't really use them back to back. I could just kind of tell from feeling, you know, feeling the tool when I used it. And what else? You know, I like that Harbor Freight is coming out with a lot of these newer, you know, electronic tools. The problem is, I think they really need to kind of nail down a battery system. Like, I don't see any reason why they can't nail down a battery system for all their stuff that they sell in the store. Because as it stands right now, if you buy those Earthquake ones, the only problem is those are the only two tools that you can use those batteries with. There's nothing else versus, you know, that was a huge reason that I went the Milwaukee route, because they have so many tools available that all share the same battery system. I only need one charger. I have two chargers on my box so I can charge spares and stuff, but the truth is I only need one charger, and that's enough for all my tools. So other things to consider other than that, you know, that's one downside. You know, costs less, but, you know, there's going to be downsides when you're buying the cheaper stuff. Only other downside I know of is the warranty that comes with it, and the included price, I think, is only 90 days, which is not much. So, you know, Harbor Freight's never been known for their stellar quality with their electronic stuff. You know, and I don't want to badmouth them because I don't know. I don't know what the durability of these tools is going to be since I don't own them. But keep in mind, that's the standard warranty. I'm sure you can pay to, you know, extend that warranty, and it might be something you want to consider. So tack that onto the price as well. In any case, that was just my quick opinion on the subject, and I hope you guys enjoyed it or found it a little bit helpful. And thank you very much, Justin, for giving me a call and asking me what I felt about it. In any case, on with the rest of the video.
What's up, Justin Dow and his subscribers? My name is Timmy from Astral Auto Repairs. And guys, I'm doing this quick little video to tell you my experience on using Harbor Freight Earthquake XT 3/8 drive cordless ratchet, and this is just the regular Earthquake air gun. These things have been great. I've been using this for about 2.5, 3 years, and this one's about 1.5 years. And I've been using them on a professional level. Not to toot my horn or anything about it. Only thing that means is that I've been using these day in, day out on different cars. And a DIYer might be using it just once in a while on their car or a family car. Now, having said that, that means these things, if I'm using it on this kind of level, that means these things are great for you. I mean, I returned this one time, and Harbor Freight has no problem in returning and gave me a new one. And I think I might be doing it again. I don't know, just for the heck of it. Just get a new one. But these are my experience with these guys, just quick. The only problem with the air gun, and a lot of you guys out there that bought Harbor Freight tools, that little ring they put around there, man, once you get a socket on, that thing ain't coming off. You gotta like really pull that thing, so that sucks. I can't give you my experience on the other ones. I know I think Milwaukee is kind of like too expensive. That's some expensive stuff to do the same thing, and I've been using this for this long. Bauer, I haven't had his pleasure of using that yet either. but I hope this helps you out on your decision on what you want to get as far as a cordless tool or an air tool. This is Timmy from Astral Auto Repairs. Justin, take care, and thanks for doing this video.
Hey everybody, so Justin Dow asked to do a collab video with me and a few other channels. So this is going to be my info on Earthquake XT tools. I'm going to be talking about the air lineup and the battery powered and what I think of them. So stick around and I'll see you there. Alright everybody, so I'm going to do a quick rundown. I have the Earthquake XT 3/4. I have the Earthquake XT 1/2 inch. I have the 3/8. I have the angle grinder. I have the 3/8 ratchet. I have the polisher and grinder. And I have for the air tools, I have 3/8 stubby for the Earthquake. I have a 1/2 inch full size, and I have a 3/4 full size. And this one is 1/2 inch, it's not a 3/8. So, little information. They've all held up well. I've had the 3/8 and the 1/2 inch impact guns for almost 2.5 years now. Never had any issues with them. They work great. I used this hefty 3/4 air impactor to take off ball joints and U-joints on the front axle of a 350 Super Duty. That came in handy. I've used the grinder quite a bit for prep for welding. I do like the grinder, it has a nice break. I've used the ratchet to take apart furniture. I've used it to take apart my wife's futon to put new bolts in. Never had any issues. The battery life on all these tools is actually pretty good, other than the grinder. The grinder sucks battery quickly. Polisher I used recently on cleaning up the yoke on the axle for changing out U-joints on the drive shaft. I cleaned the yokes with it. I've cleaned the inside of the ears with it. This little guy has served me well. It's got scratches and dents and everything all over it. One thing I do have to note on the air style guns, they are very loud, but they work great. I've taken off lug nuts with the 3/8. I've also taken off larger lug nuts with the 1/2 inch. I needed this a while back, but I ended up using the 3/4 air. I wanted to use this to take off the U-joints and the ball joints on the 350, but I didn't have it at the time, which is why these two are black housings and this one is a gray housing. The black housings are the new ones. When I bought the 1/2 inch and the 3/8 at the same time, just happened that they had the newer model for the 3/8, but they didn't have for the 1/2 inch. I haven't had any issues with them. They all come with a battery. I ended up buying extra batteries, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batteries. So just give a little demonstration with all of them real quick. And the light, I'm actually impressed with the light. The lights are actually pretty bright. This is the 3/4. My take on them, They're great tools for the price. I like that the grinder has just a on my opinion, though, I would not waste my money on the warranties, because I've had these tools last me longer than the warranty I paid for. To me, it was just a waste of money. I have anti-seize all over this, all over the ratchet. I like that the polisher has an actual battery indicator, kind of like Milwaukee. And you could put polishing pads on this, or you can put grinding pads. And you can get the grinding pads and everything at Harbor Freight, which is also great. So, thank you guys for watching, and go check out the rest of the guys' videos, and I'll see you guys there.
Hey guys, what's up, and welcome to Justin Dow's channel. My name's Chris, and today we are going to talk about some power tools. Now, I can't do an impersonation of John Wick like Justin Dow can, but I can tell you that I bought into the Rigid Power Tools line back in 2008, and I still have some of these tools and batteries today. The reason I do is because they have a lifetime service agreement. What that means is they've been repaired and the batteries replaced for the last 11 years. Now that is an unheard of and unprecedented warranty in the power tool industry, because we all know that the batteries are consumable. But the problem I have today is that the Rigid line is very narrow focused and doesn't really broaden itself in the sense that it has more power tools like Ryobi or even the Bauer line from Harbor Freight. It doesn't have string trimmers. Speaking of string trimmers, that's something that the Bauer lineup is going to be having in September or October of this year for about $49.99. So little tidbits of information like that not everybody knows, that's what you'll find out on my channel. Not specific to power tools, but tools in general, and tools are something that I think we all like. Not just a certain brand, but tools in general. Now in some of my upcoming videos, I'm really going to start focusing in on different power tools from different lines. I'm going to look at the Bauer lineup and the Ryobi lineup. So with the power of our channels and the YouTube community, we're able to ensure that power tools don't suck unless they're supposed to. And as always guys, work smarter, not harder, and I hope you check out my channel.
What's up guys, Eddy, Tailgate Tech here. This is a video I've been wanting to make for a while now. When Justin called me and asked me if I was wanting to participate, I said absolutely. My thing was, could the Bauer and the Hercules from Harbor Freight stack up against a standard Milwaukee non-fuel, non-brushless driver? The Milwaukee in question is the model 2656 impact driver. It's just a standard brushless model. I've got a 2 amp hour battery on it. The Hercules and the Bauer comes with a 1.5 amp, the Hercules with a 2.5 amp. I ran them through some side-by-side tests to see what I thought of them. I will say Harbor Freight has really stepped up their game to get into the cordless power tool market and to be competitive with the likes of Milwaukee, DeWalt. It kind of got 2 downfalls with them. First is I'm a big stick to the platform guy. So I'm heavily invested in Milwaukee. I've got lots of batteries. I don't ever have to, pull out a different charger to charge between my tools. Whereas if I was to go over and use the Bauer or the Hercules, I would add a different charger in. Now, that might not be a bad thing if you're just starting off with your cordless collection, or maybe it's a backup set for home. The other thing with sticking with the platform is the tools that you're going to possibly need in the future. Do they offer those? At the current time, when I was in my Harbor Freight store, the Bauer had about 10 tools in their lineup using the battery platform. The Hercules had about 6. So it was really kind of odd that also they staggered the tools. You know, when I was kind of looking at these, I thought, well, maybe one's more geared towards mechanics versus construction workers, but like if I wanted a circular saw, I'd have to go with a Bauer. If I wanted a reciprocating saw, like a Sawzall, I'd have to go with the Hercules. The batteries between these two do not interchange, so I would be on 2 different platforms if I needed, say, a circular saw and a reciprocating saw. So to me, that's a big downfall. The other thing is the battery choices. I believe I only saw the Bauer with the 1.5 amp batteries. The Hercules, you had the choice of the 2.5 amp or a 5 amp hour battery, which is great. They do give you a couple choices. The batteries are reasonably priced too. Now, the warranty with the Milwaukee, it's 5 years, and I believe it's 2 years on the batteries. With the Bauer and Hercules, you get 90 days as is. Now, you can purchase an additional warranty. I believe 1 year was around $15, and a 2 year was around $20. Now, one thing I will give Harbor Freight credit for is I believe that warranty is an over-the-counter exchange. And if you had one of these for about 2 years or so, you could go back through, you know, rough it up a little bit, take it into the store, trade it in for a brand new one. That's pretty good. My Milwaukee I would have to send off. I would be down for about a week without it. Alright guys, I'll tell you, I think for the money, the Bauer and Hercules are both great tools. They hung with my Milwaukee with no issues. But, as I said, I'm big on that sticking to the platform, and to me, I cannot justify adding either one of these to my toolkit when I already have a nice complete Milwaukee collection. But, I also said, you know, if you're looking for something for a backup for home, maybe something to throw in the, you know, backseat of the truck or something, you know, if you needed it. These aren't torque monsters, you're not going to take off lug nuts with them, but they'll do some basic jobs. For the price, I think they're a great deal. Like I said, the warranty is, to me, a downfall. I think for the price, especially on the Hercules, to stay competitive with the other brands, I really think they should offer that 2-year warranty with it. The Bauer I can kind of understand being under $100, in fact, $70, and when I picked this one up, I actually got it with a coupon for $60. I think they're great. Great tools for the money. Both of them seem to be very quality made. So anyway, that's my thoughts on them. Catch you guys later.
Alright guys, so that'll pretty much wrap up the video for the week, and what a great video it was. Got a chance to get multiple opinions on the Earthquake, the Bauer, a little bit on the Hercules from multiple people, anywhere from Chris from Client Graphics, Andy Tailgate Tech, we had Jesse from Gearheads, Timmy from Astral Auto Repairs, Antonio, Claudio, Michael. Just a well put together collaboration that we did. I thought it would be great to get multiple ideas and inputs on this subject. So make sure you smash a thumbs up, go down in the description, subscribe to all these guys, give them a thumbs up, let them know if you like the video or not, and then hopefully we'll be able to do this again sometime soon. So based on the comments, we'll see if we can't put something else like this later on down the road, possibly next week or the week after. Cheers to those of you that have your beers. I hope you're getting ready to enjoy the weekend. See you guys next time. Cheers and deuces.